AnaBio Technologies. Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me at the back? Are we all good? Thank you. I'm working for AnaBio Technologies. I'm the Animal Nutrition and Health Business Development Manager. We are a technology development company, and in the next 15 minutes I'll be talking to you about how we can use encapsulation, or how we're using encapsulation for improving ingredient performance, be it bioavailability or effect or resistance through digestion and processing and things like that. These are the objectives of the talk, so I'm just going to talk a bit about the technologies that are used for encapsulation. I'm just going to move on and talk about key application areas, so where we'd use most, or where we'd get the most use out of encapsulation technologies, and then I'll talk about potential benefits, mainly in the area of animal nutrition, but I'll be touching on human nutrition as well. What is encapsulation? Well, it's a process basically where you take an ingredient, which is termed the core, be it solid or liquid, and provide it with or encapsulate it in a coating, which is termed either the matrix or the coating or the outer shell, or similar terms like that. It initially started as a biotech application. It was designed to protect cells and to provide a route of escape for cell metabolites out of this capsule. It has been used since for food, feed and pharma applications. These industries came along and said, look, we want a piece of that, and these are our ingredients, what can you do about it? And as a result, we went on and we were using more and more, for encapsulation, we're using more and more ingredients that are already approved in the human and animal nutrition. Technologies or encapsulation technologies would be applicable mainly to ingredients that are expensive, overdosed, sensitive to degradation and inactivation, be it during storage or during digestion or during manufacturing even. We're also looking at ingredients that are poorly soluble or bioavailable, that are very unpalatable, that have a very strong and unpleasant taste, and ingredients also that are difficult to process and handle, or ingredients that are not behaving well in mixes, that are strongly incompatible with other ingredients. So we can make a difference in these areas. There's a lot of applications, and these are some of the products that would be, or some of the ingredients that would be suitable to be encapsulated, and where we see a great improvement. So we can be talking about prebiotics and probiotics, about milk bioactives, about immune components, urea again, amino acids for sports nutrition, electrolytes, pharmaceuticals, even vaccines, and bitter compounds, volatile acids, fatty oils, and ingredients like that. Why would we be using encapsulation? Well, ideally an ingredient would be stable through all these processes, through manufacturing and storage, through ingestion, gastric passage. It would reach the intestine fully active. It would be able to adhere to the mucosa and deliver its beneficial effect. However, things are hardly that simple, because most of the ingredients we're working with are very unstable. They're very liable to for example, temperature degradation, or ingredient separation during processing, or even there would be a matrix effect, where you have incompatible ingredients that need to be included in the same formulation, but inclusion of one would inactivate the other. So the systems where we've designed, or where encapsulation can come in, is that those ingredients can be separated and they can be delivered at different sites along the intestine, or can be delivered in the same part of the intestine, but they wouldn't have been in close proximity or in direct contact with one another, which makes encapsulation a great technology from that point of view. We can provide as well temperature protection, homogeneous size and distribution, and again, during storage there would be opportunities, or there would be risks of contamination, and I'm talking mainly for the animal feeds area where ingredients can be stored on farms, where you have exposure to moisture, to rodents, to birds. They're not as clean as we'd want them to be, and then you'd have the ingredients would degrade under these conditions. So even suboptimal storage, and I'm talking here about vaccines, where you need a stable temperature, cold chain distribution standards, and that's the most important cause of failing or vaccination failure. Suboptimal storage. They're not kept properly. They don't reach the organism in their fully active form, so they don't have an effect. This is where encapsulation can provide a solution. Our technologies are designed to provide oxygen protection, protection from light degradation, from temperature, and even from water. As soon as the ingredient would be ingested, it reaches a highly acidic environment, the stomach. Most animals would be fasted for 12, 14, 16 hours, even ourselves overnight. We have an 8, 9, 10 hours of not ingesting anything. The stomach goes down to maybe 1.5 units pH, which would inactivate ingredients such as probiotics, for example. So our encapsulation technologies or our delivery systems would like acid environments, so they would be able to bypass the stomach or to reach the small intestine in an intact form. There's no leaching of the contents of the capsule, so we are sure that we deliver 100% in the small intestine. Now it's not really over there, because in the first portion of the small intestine we have a high concentration of aggressive enzymatic activity. We have the bile, we have the pancreas enzymes, so many of the ingredients are lost here, so they would be inactivated before reaching their target or before they reach their effect site. Our ingredient protection technologies can be tailored, for example, to deliver probiotics to the terminal ileum. We don't really need them in the duodenum. We need them in the ileum, where the bulk of the immune system is. That's where we need an effect. So these encapsulation technologies are designed to withstand the conditions found in the proximal duodenum and can deliver their load at the terminal ileum. Then you have the optimum effect. Again, once they're released in the small intestine, there could be the body will start to flush them out, or that's the normal motility of the digestive tract, and they mightn't adhere, they mightn't reach the mucosa, or they mightn't be close enough to the mucosa to deliver to have any effect. So an encapsulation technology would come in where the ingredient would be protected first of all, and then it would reach the site, it would bind to the mucus, and then it would deliver the load there, having a delayed effect or a persistent effect from that point of view. These are a few examples of ingredients that work very well with our encapsulation technology. So probiotics for animal nutrition, we all know the health and performance benefits. We know that we don't really want antibiotics in our meat, but at the same time we want our animals to be as healthy as possible. Okay, again, there's an increased consumer awareness on antibiotic usage on farms, so consumers demand more antibiotic-free meat. This is where the probiotics kick in, and an adequate microbial colonization would spare you maybe, or would make a difference of 10 to 30% in animal growth and would reduce costs. So the challenges is that with probiotics there are inconsistent effects. There are losses all along, from processing through gastric digestion to intestinal digestion. And again, there's an optimum window of intervention. Probiotics don't really work in every situation. We have to know when to include them for a maximum effect. Again, pretty much the same picture in human nutrition. We know probiotics provide an improvement in symptoms for a wide variety of diseases, from nervous problems to health and cholesterol, to muscle deposition, to nutrient balance, to intestinal and immune health. So this is why we have maybe 3-4 log losses of administered probiotics during digestion. And again, they don't really stick around. They're eliminated from the system. That's why you need to top up all the time. This is where encapsulation can make a difference. We can provide technologies that that deliver the probiotics at the initial dose where we need them in the small intestine or in the large intestine, and we can be sure then that they will have an effect, or that they'll deliver this health-enhancing effect. Another product there that would be very suitable for encapsulation, or where encapsulation would make a great difference, is the vaccine, or vaccines in general. The challenges would be here with administering vaccines. The overdosage, maybe the 1 versus 2 versus 4 vaccinations. They have a pretty rigid administration protocol, and they're very sensitive to storage. As I mentioned earlier, the very most important problem associated with vaccination failure would be that the vaccines are not stored properly. This is where we come in, and we protect these live vaccines, and we can provide solutions, or encapsulation can provide solutions to protect the antigen, to make sure that the live antigen reaches the target site, and then we can provide solutions that enhance bioavailability, or enhance mucosal adhesion, enhance, as I said, bioavailability, and enhance immune response. We'll be talking here about the so-called adjuvants, or the immune stimulants. Again, another area would be taste masking. We've done some trials with encapsulated versus non-encapsulated, and we've seen a great increase in feed intake. And again, these would be some of the ingredients that would behave best with encapsulation. These are a few of the technologies, or a few of the ingredients that we're currently working on for companion animal nutrition: the omega-3 acids, probiotics, prebiotics, peptide delivery, taste, smell masking, symbiotics, and even amino acids. This would be a sort of a generic product testing project for ourselves. We'll be looking at optimizing encapsulation, and then we'll have the testing facilities to do shelf life, to do in vitro digestion, any sort of tissue culture or ex vivo assays as well, and we'll be moving then to in vivo validation. This is our technology portfolio. I see that we're kind of tight on time, so if anybody has any, or if you require any information about this one, please talk to me after the presentation. These are the sort of the generic companies that would be looking to collaborate with. So ingredient providers, feed manufacturers, therapeutic suppliers, and then human and animal nutrition providers, either for supplements or for young nutrition, young and elderly, or for sports nutrition. So this is what a summary of what encapsulation can do for ingredients. We're talking here about 200% improvement in shelf life, 100% delivery to the stomach, or to the intestine, to the target site. Again, 400% improvement in enzyme activity during processing, during temperature and extrusion processing. And again, for vaccines, you'd be greatly improving, or you have a good chance of standing out in the market if you come over with a vaccine that doesn't require cold chain storage. Thank you very much. And if there's any questions, either ask now or look me up after that, and we can chat.
Any questions from anyone?
It's all clear.
Thank you, Stefan. I have one question. Just what stage is your company at now? So you're in the middle of doing all of this research and innovation work, and you're hoping then to bring products to market soon?
As I said, we're a technology development company, so companies come to us. We have the systems in place, so we're offering the encapsulation or ingredient improvement systems, and we're offering sort of a contract testing facility as well. So companies come along and they say, I have ingredient X, these are our problems. It's digested, it doesn't reach the intestine, we have to overdose 200 times. What do you have? We're working off a wide palette of ingredients, so we would have experience in the majority of food and feed grade ingredients. So we have the technologies mainly off the shelf, but these would be customized solutions.
Okay, thank you, Stefan.